And we're back. You're tuned into Sport Federation TV. Still with me in the studio from Western Cape Softball, we have still here Candice Bull, and Stacey Lee Anthony has joined us now. Stacey Lee, you're a manager. What does that mean?
Wow, it's a really big word, and I think it's really underplayed. But it was my first opportunity to manage the Western Cape softball team, and wow, what an experience it has been. Start off, administration, you need to be top notch. I was able to encourage the players as well on and off the field. There's a lot that goes into it: coordination, arranging uniforms, times, trainings. There's so much.
And now when you're talking about how well they did, you're referring to the National League that that Jacqueline mentioned earlier.
She was referring to the NPC, which is the National Provincial Championships. This year took place in East London, and our team came out tops. We won gold, and it was such an amazing opportunity and an achievement for me because it was my debut as the manager of the team. Yes, so it was the cherry on top.
In your sport, does the manager also get gold when the team wins?
Yes, I've got my own medal. Thank you.
That's awesome. It's so great in the sports that do that. Hey,
absolutely.
Because the manager is such a huge part, and you being an assistant coach and also quite an accomplished player as well. What's your take on the role of the manager in a team?
No, Stacey Lee was absolute glue. She kept the team together. She made sure everyone ate. Everyone was up at time because we played at 8 o'clock in the morning, which means we had to be up at like 5:30, have breakfast at 6, be at the field, warm up. She used to make sure that we have balls to play with, we have our score sheets. She was absolutely amazing. And I think it's a thankless job because everyone thinks things just fall together, but it does not fall together without someone like Stacey in the team.
Oh, beautiful. She's
so
good
sweet.
at blowing trumpets,
She's
eh?
so sweet, thank you.
Well, Stacey, how is the sport structured in the province up until your international levels?
Okay, so in the Western Cape, we've got our own federation. Within the federation, we've got different leagues. So we've got our Super League, go down to majors, and further first division, second division, third division. So what happens is, if you are a new team and you're starting out as a club in softball, you'll start at the lowest division and then work your way up.
What's the highest level in the world that a softball player can compete at?
Well, it depends. So we play, the competition we played in and Jackie played in is called the World Series, and it happens every 2 years. It's not an Olympic sport just yet, but it's still an unpaid sport. So when we went in 2012 and when Jackie went in 2018, we all had to fork out our costs ourselves, and it's quite a bit of money. It's like up to 25,000 rand. Some of us have to take out second bonds, max your credit card, because it's something that you don't want to miss out of because you don't have the money to do.
No, absolutely.
So it's very expensive, but it's the one thing you can't miss out on. So some people actually don't go because they don't have the money.
Oh, and it's just heartbreaking,
It's
hey?
very, very
To put in all that
heartbreaking.
effort over a season, get selected, and then you don't have the resources to go. So you guys need support, hey, for your international teams, but also for your province to attend a national event.
Yeah, no, we had to pay ourselves to go to this tournament now. I mean, it wasn't cheap, and it was also, the team was announced late Jan, and we went on the 18th of March. So we literally had like 6 weeks to get the money together.
All right.
Some of our players are students and scholars.
Yeah.
So it's on their parents' shoulders at the end of the day. So it's quite an expensive thing to do, but you don't want to not go because you don't have the money to do. So some people have functions, some people have raffles.
Karaoke, yeah.
So therefore, we'll definitely, I mean, we'll welcome any sort of sponsorship or.
Yes, and lovely. And when the sponsors contact you, then you can tell them what you can offer in return. Hey, for value on their investment in your team. How can people get in touch with softball in the Western Cape? Also to hear where there's a club near them, how they can sign up or even support?
In order to get in touch with the Western Cape Softball Association, there's various mediums. We can use social media, the website. They are, basically that's it.
Okay. That easy.
And they would put you into contact with clubs in your area. So for instance, there's clubs in Mitchells Plain, there's clubs in Lansdowne, there's clubs in Tableview. there's clubs in Khayelitsha.
Yeah.
So they will put you into contact with a club closest to you if you make contact with them.
Okay.
Yes.
Before you go, tell us what is the best thing that your sport has given you, besides a gold medal.
Well, to be very honest, softball for me stems from when I was born. I was born to a family that has softball running through their veins. So it was ultimately you were going to end up on the softball field from 8 in the morning till 8 in the evening. And since then, the passion for the sport, I think it just lurks around the field. And when you see these players and when they are producing the best softball, for that, I think that as a return on all your efforts all these years, when you see the juniors that you coached to become superstars in the seniors, in the South African team, I think that is just the biggest achievement.
Yeah, to know you had something to do with that.
Absolutely.
Hey. And Candice Bull, the lady with the celebrity name.
Personally, it's given me a family. I come from a very tight-knitted softball club. My family doesn't play. I have one cousin that was an SA captain years ago, but not like first cousin, like a third cousin or something to that effect. But softball doesn't run in my family. The family that I developed was at softball, and it happened in standard 3. A teacher said to me, "What you doing Friday?" "Nothing. Go to softball." And that's how it started. And I must say, I mean, I grew up in Mitchell's Plain. If it wasn't for softball, my life could have taken a very, very different route. And as a coach,
who knows, you could have ended up playing basketball,
hey? The shortest basketball player ever. But from a coaching perspective, I look after a group of youngsters that play in our club in the junior setup. My youngest player is, well, she turned 4 yesterday or the day before. And to see them on a Saturday morning enjoy the game is the best feeling ever.
Absolutely.
Whether they win or lose, their parents are there cheering them. They stay there from the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, until our game finishes at 8 o'clock at night. And they are rent a crowd. They watch their heroes. It's the best feeling to hear them shouting, "Go, Coach Candice!" It is the best. So softball has done a hell of a lot for me as a person.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I just wanted to let you know as well, we've got an awesome league coming up in the next 2 weeks. It's called the National League of Provinces. What it is it's basically like a provincial league where we will then compete with other provinces as well.
So it's very similar to the Brutal Fruit Netball League.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, lovely. It was very nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for sharing your passion with the rest of Western Cape and also the rest of South Africa and everyone else who catches the show on the Facebook page. We hope you come back and give us more news from the world of softball.
We will indeed. Thank you for having us.
Yes, you're welcome. Well, guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning into Sport Federation TV once again. Remember, you can catch the show every Friday night at 9 p.m. on channel 263 DSTV, repeated Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Wherever you are, whoever you are, we hope you find a sport that's just perfect for you. And whatever sport you're playing, till we meet again, lekker speel.